Slay the princess time. So, guys, what do I do if the princess tells me not to kill her? What do I do? Just go home? Here we go, guys. New game. Chapter 1. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ooh.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. I gotta say, by the way, I'm very happy that this game is voice acted. I'd appreciate it. Just saying.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, that's quite drastic. Oh. Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world? And these are a lot of options. Holy. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. Okay. At the end of the world? Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Giving evidence? Yeah, how can I trust you, huh?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
How can a princess locked away in the basement end the world? Yeah, let's dig a little deeper. Let's poke him a little, you know?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Yeah, have you considered that? Maybe she only wants to end the world because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, you know what? Let's just go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Oh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Voice of the hero. Okay, that's us talking.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. The narrator is talking to me and not to the hero. Okay, gotcha. Proceed into the cabin. Okay.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll take the blade then, I guess.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Boy, here we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh, by the way, you can't see it because I'm not recording the cursor, but my cursor's hand changed from just a finger to a hand with a knife.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
We'll just keep going down.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Am I? I don't know. We'll see.
You
Hello.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Sorry.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Maybe. No way. Why would you even... What? No way. Ah. Yeah, you got me. I'm here to slay you. No. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Yeah, I'm here to kill you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we should. We should just drop the blade.
Should we though?
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Oh god. You know what? We'll aim to kill her for now, okay? There's surely more than just killing her, right? So let's just try to kill her right now, okay?
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I don't know, this knife in my hand, I think.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Slay the princess. Good, let's just do it.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve.
Oh shit. What? Oh my god.
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Oh my god, okay. Die or finish the job. Can I finish the job? She just stabbed me in the neck.
With the last
oh
bit
god,
of
okay,
will,
I guess I can.
Press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Oh boy.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder,
Uh-huh.
do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
Ah, maybe.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damn. Chapter 2? What? The razor? We're not going back because I died?
You're
Oh.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Eh? Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've
Ah.
just met for the first time, you and I.
Sure.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Who the f are you? Voice of the cheated? Who is that? Where did he... What?
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
That's a lie.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't.
Okay, interesting.
But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. All of this really did already happen. What should I listen to? What should I bother doing anything? Yeah.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That's not quite...
We did exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare, in which case I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, I like the voice of the hero. He's kind of reasonable.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Okay, that's a fair question, actually.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't do that twice. So long as we're careful, we can win this. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Okay, that's a really good question. Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Okay, that literally tells me nothing. People locked her away. Why couldn't they say? Yeah, okay.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Shut up, hero. You're okay. You're reasonable, but you're gullible as.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
If anyone's special here, it's her. That was a nasty trick she pulled on us.
You're being cagey. Why don't you tell me?
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
You didn't tell us about her knife last time, though.
That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because there wasn't a last time.
Okay, the narrator, he's either lying or he actually doesn't know. Yeah, how can I make sure it doesn't happen
Like I
again?
said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me.
Nah,
Don't
that's not true.
Talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Oh, and don't get stabbed while you're at it.
She just can. But she's still only a princess. You're fully up to the task you've been given, so long as you remember that.
Turn around on the. Let's just proceed. Let's proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. So cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Yeah, very different.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Oh. So he still sees the last iteration.
There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah.
There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I want to see how handsome I am. I care whether I'm being lied to.
Do I? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look.
Well, what's my arm, bro? Huh?
But it was there a second ago.
Yeah, I noticed that I had like a claw cursor. I actually have a like scaly clawed hand.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Same. Do we take the blade? Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Because you have tons of saving slots, so if you ever feel like coming back to a decision, sure, I should probably do that.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal.
That's right.
Oh, I skipped it.
Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
Seeming to has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like a rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Oh god, does she have like a big weapon or something?
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
That's not a voice.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
I don't like that change in her voice.
So wrong with that voice.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
This is also different. Is she even chained up? We can't even tell, I think.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought the knife. Oh well.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I'm just gonna ask you, do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that.
Okay, so she does remember.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Also, should I move my face cam a little down? Like when she talks a lot, seems to block it.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen.
Look, I was gonna say you weren't there, but he was.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
If I come closer, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember. Let's poke a little more.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Maybe.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
I'm not trusting this. Bye. Turn around and leave. Screw it. Slay the princess. I think I'm gonna say this, actually. What if we're both just honest? What can a little honesty do, really, right?
That doesn't sound like me.
You sure about that?
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I'm close to you, just going to stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No! I'm
No.
not to stab you.
No.
I am just a sweet, innocent princess.
Oh, I'm sure you
for
are.
no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to not stabbing distance to help me.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
Kinda, yeah.
You're acting like you are.
Thank you.
My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Yeah. Let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Oh my god.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your inside.
Oh no.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Please shut up. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a... Yeah, prove that you... Prove it. Prove it. Prove that you don't have a knife. Show me your hands. Show me those f***ing paws.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess
Oh.
smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Okay, what if you turn around? Yeah, what if you're hiding in somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots.
No, that's not
What
true.
kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere.
You're
secret.
clinging it between your ass cheeks. I'm calling it right now.
Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not.
Ah.
My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
Oh, that's spooky. Don't look at me like that.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
She knows. Oh god.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
You're being very sussy right now, look.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little Birdface thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything.
Birdface?
Thinks he could tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
You know what? What should probably be a lot smarter right now? We're just gonna move our face cam over here. I think over here in the corner we're probably fine, right? The options don't go down that far.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Fair. Can we just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out. Okay, I'm bored now.
Uh-huh, yeah, are you?
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's...
Oh my god!
In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion.
Ah!
So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Oh, really? Did she? You know, even I saw the text cutting off, so I was like, "Oh, something's gonna happen." It still got me. Yeah, she does have a knife, huh?
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
I'm not sure about that.
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment.
What is that arm? What is that arm, dude? What is she doing?
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
If she can do that with one of her arms, she can probably just cut her arm off or just loosen it, and then she can still rush me.
And then slices through her arm.
That's what I'm saying. I'm dead.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here.
Yeah.
She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched.
Awesome.
You keep pace with her for a single brief wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's even better at this than she was last time.
Yeah.
Bloody cheater.
Ah, that's funny because he's called the cheated.
I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah, I figured.
With a scratch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3! The arms race, okay.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If you're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
You know what? He's my favorite character.
Your what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Did he just teleport us there? Also, this room looks even more f***ed up than before.
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Who are you now? Voice of the hunted. Okay.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Voice of the broken. Okay, two more voices.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third?
Yeah.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
You didn't say anything about that.
That can't be right, that's too much responsibility.
I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it.
Do we?
Okay,
I guess
sure,
we do.
Take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
Huh?
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
Surely, right?
And what if we never do?
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
There is no door?
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again.
Yeah.
There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
It says you.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
That's interesting, though. Well, I have one option. Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean. We don't really have a whole lot of options at the moment.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door
gone.
to the basement. It creaks open.
Very weird door.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion.
Oh, that.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Awesome.
Your body
hi.
tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Sure.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, the world around us seems to be getting kind of f***ed up when we die.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal victory is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood. The empty flesh of her arms
She's got two
flop
now.
at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Ugh.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
Awesome. We have a dagger.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. That's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. She's swords for arms. We're panicking. We're going to fight her and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All these ideas suck. Think of something better. Good, let's flirt with her.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far.
Is it?
Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster? I'd rather not.
It's not like she wants us anyway.
We don't know that.
I'm fine with it. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, he gets me, Has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are?
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
No shot this is working.
You're the only person I know, so that's a first. You're sweet. I like you. You're also gorgeous.
Aww, stop it, you.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
I don't know yet.
Still gonna kill you, though.
Or not.
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Blush
Oh, God.
glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you.
Awesome.
Ow.
Yeah.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much.
Voice of the Smitten. What does that mean?
Oh, a new one of us.
Yeah.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
I'm not sure.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't know.
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
Not sure if I prefer this.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
Like once?
This is 4.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
I don't know about that.
As long as we keep moving. We'll win her heart eventually.
Sure.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Yeah, let me think. We'll appeal to authority, puff her up a bit. What? It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
Voice of the opportunist.
She skewers you.
Awesome.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
Voice of the stubborn.
She skewers you.
Awesome.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
The contrarian.
Just panic. Flee.
Voice of the paranoid.
She skewers you.
Awesome.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Voice of the cold.
She skewers you.
Awesome.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one. None of this is working. Think.
Voice of the skeptic.
She skewers you. We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need.
She hot though? Oh man. Oh,
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
wait, for real though? Chapter 4, Mutually Assured Destruction.
You're on a... Don't lose your head. We're in a camp, and we'll take it from here.
Okay.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Oh yeah, we already have the dagger.
Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
Sure.
Over my dead body.
Okay.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
Paranoid.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
I don't know about that.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Sure. Yeah. Do that. Yeah. fuck you.
Leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
I don't know if we're the pros, my guy.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me.
Are we?
You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Oh, are you?
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care. Just want to win. Fine.
Okay, the
Make your
game...
way to the basement,
I feel like-
where the princess awaits you.
I feel like what's happening, the game is giving me less and less options the more people are there. And they're just gonna do their own thing now, and I have no control anymore.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again?
Hmm.
I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
Cool, sure, yeah, I'm happy for you.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
I don't know about that.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just gonna show you.
Uh-huh.
It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Are you gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
What if he just doesn't talk? What if the narrator just shuts up? Can she not do anything?
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to see it.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
I don't know about it.
Really? Okay then.
I don't know about it.
Here we go. Now.
Uh-huh.
The princess's skin
Oh!
bursts, splitting into red blooms of
Oh!
warmth as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts.
Oh, God. Oh!
Comes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
That's the hero talking.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Dude, she's a massive... She's just blades.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
What the f***, guys?
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
I'd love to.
That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
I wish it was.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Alright,
What the
Forget it.
Yeah, shut up!
Happened? It's so quiet.
Him too?
Something feels
Ah.
different about
Oh.
you. It almost makes me feel different.
Oh,
Like I should
oh.
actually take this seriously for once.
Everybody's gone. Everybody shut the fuck up. Okay. Everybody shut up. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
The weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volleys between you. The endlessly building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. You approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Oh god. I'm fucked up. You're in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Better out of there. You know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? These are all good questions. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart.
Need a hand.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
You know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair point. Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Well, let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
You know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh god, wow, that's a lot more options. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces do I have to find? I was sent to say the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is it gonna... Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
How many more pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I don't really feel these two answers, so I'm just gonna say, okay, make me forget, I guess.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Jesus, okay. Everything goes dark and you die. Ooh. Chapter 1. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard. What do I say this time? What if we just leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Probably. Is there quite a path from away? Yeah.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I see. Okay. Okay, I want to talk to the princess more in chapter 1, so let's see.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve.
I'm not gonna take the dagger this time, and we're just gonna talk to her as much as we can.
Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't think we do.
This is an oppressive place. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello?
Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Yeah, whatever. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Depends. Oh, I'm kind of curious now. I wanna get close to her. I wanna get close and see what happens. If she immediately stabs me, I'm going back.
You're only making this more difficult.
Who cares?
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
We'll see.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I don't know.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any other idea? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. Sure, let's go back upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna save here and there to see if I don't like how things turn out, but I'm gonna try to mostly get through this without ever attacking her. Like, we're never gonna pull the dagger, okay? We're always just gonna approach and talk. Even if she kills us. I'm also kind of curious, what does it do if we just never say anything? There's so many possibilities. So the door has been slammed shut. Oh,
Is someone else here?
maybe. Hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay, I think the narrator closed the door. If I had to guess. I tried the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay, return.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
I guess so.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth.
What the
tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Yo! What? This run from 0 to 100.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
What? Behind me?
It's the blade from upstairs.
What?
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
I don't know.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's see about that. We'll save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Oh my
place
god.
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the
Oh, there's blood on my
chain
cursor now.
binding her to this place.
You know what? I'm gonna activate the cursor. Hey, look at that. There's blood on it. Okay.
You cut into her flesh.
Ah!
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
You're just fine with that like that? I mean, of course, yeah, we know, but like...
And the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Sure. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Yeah.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, he's acting in our place.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Yo! Oh, there's a warn her in between though. Oh my god, say the princess, say the princess, say the Jesus. Warn her, yeah, warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Oh boy.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Yeah. Dude. Resist. Okay, do we have... No, okay. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Shut up.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
What do you mean by that? Anyway.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's fine. I'm very curious where this goes now.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
What, are you gonna stab me now?
She
Oh
plunges
shit!
it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh well.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I can take it.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
I would assume so, no. I mean, I would assume she does, but, you know, maybe this iteration doesn't.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
What now? Is she gonna do anything weird?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, chapter 2, the damsel. That's new, I think. We're gonna be as nice as we can throughout this to the princess and see how that goes.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, we're gonna be mean to the narrator and we're gonna be very nice to the princess. Let's see.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to
Why
be
him?
sneaky about it.
Why him, man? I like the cheated one better. Oh man.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Oh boy.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Ah, so true. Let's just proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant. Its stone walls
very
draped
different
in fine threaded tapestries.
Very different. What the
prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'm not gonna take the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Uh-huh.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
This is very different from chapter 2 from the first run, though. Like, very, very, very different. Very interesting, though.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Oh my god, she's playing into it.
Come back.
Come back?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. She called us a hero.
Yeah, I bet you like to hear that.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
What?
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Technically.
Because he made us try and kill her, it was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I mean, she did bite her own arm off.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Before we start talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
You know what? I don't care.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
Yeah.
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
Sorry about what happened last time. The narrative sent me just tried to kill you, took over my body. Let's just be honest with her.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Sure.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh my god. She's like overly nice now. It's kind of freaking me out.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Sure.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
I don't know.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Okay.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I didn't bring a knife to cut you out again.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Maybe we can. Who knows?
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Oh boy.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
We only have the option to rescue her right now.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh my god, okay, that's a bit drastic, you know?
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Oh god, I'm just bracing myself, you know.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh god, where's this gonna go?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Nothing bad will happen, surely.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
It would be quite comedic if she says exactly that now.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Okay.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Yeah?
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Uh-huh.
And then she shrugs.
Yeah?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay. Oh. When you tell me what you want, there must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out it later. Must be something you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Aw. Why is the music changing? No. Hey! Hey! Stop!
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I don't like the music. I don't like the music. I don't like the music. Oh my god, that's a lot of answers. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Oh god. Like the anime eyes are getting bigger, right? Am I imagining this?
Is she broken? What's going on?
It's getting darker around us.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
We're on a princess run right now. She's getting cartoonier, yeah. What will make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Oh my god, what the f—
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Oh god. Oh god. Clearly something is happening. Yeah, I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stare here? Nobody gets hurt and just figure out a way to be happy together. You know what? That answer sounds very funny, but it doesn't. It's not explore. What's the difference here? Save the game? That's a good call. I'm gonna save the game. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Achievement unlocked. She didn't want more or whatever. Oh, okay. Oh, what? You get the chance to ask another question. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Because you're scared. This is the end for you. It's not the end for me. Oh god. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Yeah, don't worry, dude. Don't worry.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Okay, I'm gonna save again so we can just come back here. I wanna load this one. Yes. Okay, now I wanna try this answer over here. Clearly something is happening here and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? Yeah.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
What?
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
Oh my god. Okay, so it basically just broke down further and further and further. The more we ask, what do you want to do? What do you want? What do you want? She doesn't want anything really, but to make us happy, and she's gonna keep saying that, and that's gonna bring us to the end. So now we kind of pulled it back.
I guess we could do that.
Well, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she? No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here. As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that. Oh, but I do. What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
True.
And yet, it's done, isn't it?
Amazing choice, Smitten. Yeah, you sure f***ed up there, huh?
It will
Oh,
be soon.
ugh.
You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room. Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something.
Am I?
It's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then
Yeah?
everything goes dark and we die. Yes.
Okay. Epilogue. What? Happily ever after?
You're on a path in the woods.
What?
Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
Epilogue. Okay, that's different. That's new. We have a save state for the other path. We'll go back to that once this is over, okay? She has no feathers and beak. Yeah,
Excuse
she's the
me?
weird one, yeah.
You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that.
Oh, paranoid we have, okay.
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! I can't say I'm happy to be here. This is a bad place. All stale and wrong. Can't you feel it?
Is this Smitten gone now?
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's
Seems so, no?
terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
Look at the windows. Oh, it's her. Oh, yeah.
We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
Oh, yeah.
The other one?
Yeah, the Smitten.
Yeah, A certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent.
Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
Bonus voice? Just as important.
Nah,
as
we've kind of shattered that theory at the beginning.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now.
Uh-huh.
The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
I don't know if you are going to talk about the mirror.
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on, like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do.
Oh yeah, that's a bit of a scary point.
Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? You better not do it again.
Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again.
Or moving.
Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
Uh-huh. I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. Is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time.
Maybe.
You
Nope.
reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. Figures.
Yeah. Dude, he's so done. The hero is so done, dude.
And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed.
Lovely.
It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all.
Yeah.
This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature?
Who knows?
That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning. No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
I'm very curious about this now.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
Oh?
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice.
Yeah, dinner sounds nice.
That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay? And don't eat the food.
We'll see.
This hall,
Oh.
like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room, the princess seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight.
What?
Hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck.
Oh. What the fuck?
So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
What's that?
suspiciously easy? There has to be
Shadow behind her. What is
There has
that?
to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
What is this place? What are you supposed to do now? You mentioned dinner at the stairs. Excuse me. What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you
Oh.
asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
What are you supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
You pick the option to stay in the cabin forever. Yeah, well, we'll just see how this goes. Flames burn bright. Yeah.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said.
Hmm.
Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
Who knows? Maybe it's
I'm not sure
fine.
about anything, and that's the problem. For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
We'll eat. We'll just have a quick bite. How bad could it be?
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels.
Damn.
This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
Oh, I see.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good.
Oh, wow.
Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again.
Let's dig in, boys.
The meat is fine. The bread
she
is
looks bored now.
fine. You
Or
sample the side
concerned.
dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more.
So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal. That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down. We're just getting a little sick of it. So what?
Yeah.
We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever.
Surely not.
Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. And again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
Surely.
I'm so tired of this.
Uh-huh.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
Uh-huh, yeah, okay.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
I don't know.
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not.
Who knows?
As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
Ooh, that's a good answer. I don't think you did anything wrong, I just think you said something you wanted to say. That's a good answer.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
Him? Who's him? Yeah, who?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
It all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all this happen. He's the one who trapped us here. Who? The lovesick one. The one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the
I
shadow.
got a rare achievement for that. Oh, maybe. Hey, Smitten, you were real channel last time. Didn't you have to say anything to say?
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. No, I saw him smile. That's him. Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired. I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
Slay the princess, wow. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. I feel like I'm 2 steps behind. You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun.
I feel like also the voice of the hero is like kind of degrading. He's getting more and more of an accent and stuff. I'm not sure if you had one to begin with. I didn't pay attention to that, but it's definitely getting stronger, I feel like.
You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
Did we?
And so you start over.
Oh.
Time passes. You play the game. You win. Hey! Will you look at that?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
Oh.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
Is another torch gonna go out?
It's never going to stay fun. You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
But it didn't go out.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Okay, maybe we can like get a way out of this loop. It's getting kind of interesting where like we do the thing, we do what's looping, and then maybe we can get her to realize that this is bullshit.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life.
Okay, interesting.
But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination.
Also, one detail I noticed, the soundtrack right now feels like there's always like a scratch sound. It's repeating. The music is repeating. Someone is just flipping the record. When you think of the implications of this, right now, I'm very curious where this epilogue is gonna go. We have this other save file where we can loop back for a third time and try different stuff. So I'm just really curious where this is gonna go. If we just kind of play along, or not really. Maybe right now, like it seems like an endless loop, and but she's getting bored of this, like clearly, right? And maybe I can like get her to realize this is bullshit. That's the plan right now. There seems to be like a lot of ways how you can like approach this.
Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
Is Flame gonna go?
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining
on the
flames
right.
burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
Huh?
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
Uh-huh.
This is... awful.
Yeah.
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
Yeah, let's say this.
Why would we ever do that? We need the light. It's what keeps us happy.
Does it?
Oh, I know. We should do something.
Hmm.
How about...
The princess's face drops as she pauses mid-sentence.
Would you look at that? I'm out of ideas.
The third torch sputters out.
Yeah.
The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
What do you think will happen? Don't worry about what's going to happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose? That's a great answer. I like that. This is a great answer. I like this one. Would you keep the torch if you were there? No.
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That's sweet.
Sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs,
Ooh.
burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Oh wow, that's... I feel empty, so that's that, huh? Why are you crying? Are you okay? Well, sucks. You can open your eyes and still here, you know? Nothing's changed, we're just sitting in the dark. Sorry, I feel like all of this is my fault.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
Your fault. We were all just trying to make things work here. It just didn't happen that way. I don't think this is the sort of thing anybody needs to apologize for. Even if we both feel empty. Even if an important part of us is gone.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Of course I do. I don't think I'll ever stop. Whatever we had between us wasn't real. This is real. I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can now. Ooh. I'm not sure I've ever had the chance to figure out how I feel about you. I've just wanted to leave since the moment I found myself in the woods. No. Slay the... Dude, this looming option the entire time. That's a lot of good answers, not gonna lie. I think this one's good. I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can now.
That's a nice thought. I think this place was bad for us. It was keeping us small. I think it's time for us to go.
Offer her your hand. Sure.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
Yeah, I was also kind of surprised the narrator's just going along with it.
It does, if he's telling the truth.
I think the narrator, he said earlier, well, this is awful, right? And then I think he kind of just shut up for a while. Did he? I'm not sure anymore. Anyway.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Oh, damn.
Really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it? Think what you will. I'm done fighting.
Oh, wow.
You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me. even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do.
Wow.
He's really gone, isn't he? Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
Music stopped. I don't. Oh, a quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Aww. 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 She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move. A soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretch to their limits. Only the tenuous grasp of your hand and hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Aww. Okay. Oh, dance in the happy ending. Damn. Okay, it seems like this was a genuine happy ending. Oh wow, okay. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. We got smitten.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
Ah.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Don't worry about that. Because you're scared, it's the end of you, and it's not for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. Yeah, let's just be
so
nice.
Bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Alright.
It's calling us. And not in a good way.
Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine.
If you say so. We'll trust you. We'll trust you.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. But the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Is it gonna change? You've grown. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Okay, you're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
The same being as you were before? How much have you changed? It's just, yeah, I think she doesn't limit you as to how much you can ask, so I'm just gonna ask.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Fair.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
This is all done. Do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to say that. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. How can I do the same things I've done before? Is that a thing?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible.
Oh, interesting.
The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Ah, okay, so we can't repeat our paths? That's interesting. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met, thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Fair.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So this also says explore, so am I gonna have to say this at some point? I'm just gonna say it.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
You have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I feel things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring here?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
What if I don't want to bring you any more vessels? What if I just wait here forever?
Then we will remain here as we are now, barely finished, damp, cavernous.
Wait? You have no need to wait?
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever? Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Jesus Christ. Everything goes dark and you die. Great. Those are some rare achievements I'm getting.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Yeah. What if we just turn around and leave?
Seriously?
Yeah. Okay, turn around and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Uh-huh.
Your silence is deafening.
Uh-huh.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Now can we leave again? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Hell yeah.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
What the f?
In every direction,
Oh my god.
there is a path.
Yo, chill.
And a cabin.
Chill. I was just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
An infinite fracture
Oh
of
my
paths
God.
and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
I'm glad you said something finally.
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
That kicks us into chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, okay. We're gonna keep f***ing with them. We're just gonna leave again.
You're here
if we
to
can.
slay her.
Try the lie option?
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Where did you come from? Voice of Contrarian.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
I think the narrator really doesn't want you to leave this time. Yeah.
Yes, keep an open mind.
Oh wow, I literally have to. Okay.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted.
Oh, this is
An
trippy.
inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Oh, what the hell?
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Can I throw it out the window?
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Because you're going to pull yourself together.
Are we though?
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
I guess I'd take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Sure.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Stop.
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out the window.
Haha! Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade out the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
I like this
What's
option.
done is done. Good luck, hero.
Alright.
The door to the basement.
Oh my
opens
god.
open, revealing a web of branching staircases, all built from unidentifiable
Holy.
materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
There it is, yeah.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Really, we can hear her?
Hello?
Oh my
Hi.
god.
What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
I'm not sure.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I think I would choose him to leave.
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Take the harsh stairs to the left. Take the center staircase. Take the soft stairs to the right. Guys, you decide. Which staircase? Left, middle, right. First one who types it decides. Don't just stare at me. YouTubers for center. Okay.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
What?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Oh.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Whoa. Oh. Oh my god, that's so scary. Hi.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Getting down here was kind of fucking weird.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Okay, I didn't mean to bore you.
Oh
my god!
Forever, aren't we? There's no way out. And barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Is this one her or is it just her hair? The voice acting so well done. Yeah, the voice acting is phenomenal.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before?
What? No.
Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
There's more of you now. What's your name? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Apparently a threat. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. What the? That's a big one. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Regretfully think about that time you threw the blade out of the window. This is all in one. Can we just try that?
Wait, that's not right.
I chose multiple things at once.
Go on.
Oh!
Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish.
Oh, it's getting really f***ed up now.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all...
Oh, he faded out.
falls apart? I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
It. I'm sorry. The salami lid don't fit. It's a salami lid. I'm sorry.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Well.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay. Yeah, that's what I expected, to be honest. Okay. Illusion of choice. Achievement unlocked. But you never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
We haven't tried this answer yet.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Oh my god, that was mean.
He's just messing with us. Right?
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. Oh, getting slimier. You've withered. They're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my
Just gonna let it
streets
talk again.
bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
This game's trippy, man. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't it change you? Doesn't it make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know. Okay, those aren't like meaningful answers. I'm just gonna be nice.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Still planning to kill you once we're done with this. I don't like that answer. Why does it keep popping up? I'm just gonna click everything.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
Do you know what happens into the world when we leave?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
You figured out what you want when we finish?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, dude. Everything goes dark and you die. Forget this, I'm not
Are
doing
you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
Oh, what is this? Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you may say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Let's take the blade.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Yeah, now she has a different voice. Now that we took the blade, she's more like, who the f is there, huh? Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Sure.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I'm not sure. What? No way. Why do you even think that? This wasn't a joke. I'm decided yet. Should talk. No way.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Ah, does
The
it?
blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare.
Okay, we've been here. We've tightened our grip last time. Now we're gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Well, I'm just gonna be dead honest with her. How about that? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Why not?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. They like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
If I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Ooh, I like this one.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
What's her name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
How long have you been down here? Yeah, that's a bit open.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we've seen
Her
that.
sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Huh. That's a new one. Before we only had these two.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah, why not?
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find you.
It's fine, shut up, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice, I'm locking her in the basement. I like these third options right now.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
Let's see about that.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Oh boy.
Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she?
Oh, we picked the knife
You
back
can
up.
still turn around and finish the job.
Yeah, sticking to the plan, locking her down here.
You'll
It's
be
fine.
the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way.
Hmm?
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Oh wow. Okay, this is different.
Okay, we can make this work.
Yeah, how?
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
You won't believe it, but I've seen her do some crazy shit the first time around.
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Oh, we're actually like just keeping watch now. We're trying to keep her here. Okay, interesting.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself in the air?
Jesus. Okay, this is very scary now.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. Huh? It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's
Dude,
left
that
the
banging
princess
is
you saw
loud.
More like something out of a nightmare.
Oh my god.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
Dude, I'm just bracing for a fucking jump scare at this point. Oh my god.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece.
I wouldn't like that.
Forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Oh, okay.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
uh-huh.
It doesn't.
I'm just gonna ignore her.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Oh no!
Where is she?
Yeah. Nice knowing you, dude. Yeah. Fuck, man. Oh!
Helping me get out of that awful
What?
basement.
She's a ghost now?
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near,
Oh
it's
my
as though
God.
your body simply stops working.
Uh-huh.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Oh, wow, nice.
Whose side are you on?
Yeah.
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
I don't know.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Jesus Christ.
Or maybe
Oh my god, hi.
I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Yeah.
What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Oh, yeah?
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Uh-huh.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is.
Huh.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Chapter 2, The Nightmare. Oh boy.
You're on a path
no.
in the woods.
Oh
And
no.
at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It's a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Yeah, sure.
Keep it that
Oh yeah,
way.
who's joining us now?
Shh.
Paranoid,
What if he
okay.
hears us?
Yeah, okay, it's paranoid again, interesting.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all. A warning, before you go any further. She will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Okay. This is like, I feel like we're in the horror horror section right now, and I'm nervous.
The interior of the
Oh
cabin is
my
fresh.
god.
The smooth wood of the walls almost
Uh-huh.
featureless. The only furniture
Who
of note
that-
is
hey,
a
who are lone
you
guys?
table
Hey.
propped on its side in the corner of
Hey.
the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Do we need the blade?
Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
I feel a lot of eyes on me right now.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Uh-huh. This whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different.
Mm.
I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here.
Is that her? Is that supposed to be her? Looks like just a bunch of shadows.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been, so focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Do we take the blade? I feel like that's gonna make things worse, but I guess we can come back to the side. Let's try it without the blade for now.
We should have taken the knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper. You cross over
Oh
the
my
threshold
God.
and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Uh-huh.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
Oh dear God.
I didn't think you'd come back.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Mm.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Into the void.
You attempt to step off the stairs
Oh.
and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know. Yeah, I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, okay.
As you emerge,
Oh,
you find
jeez.
yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
We go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh shit, hi.
I told you I was going to find you.
Uh-huh.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
Oh yeah?
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
Oh yeah?
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Uh-huh.
Oh! As your blood begins to coagulate.
Jesus.
It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Lungs. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Oh, he's putting us back?
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Heart,
Interesting.
lungs,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
heart, lungs.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Liver. No, she isn't attacking us. Why? Liver. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Nerves. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. Nerves. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
Oh, dude, the talking in the background, it's gonna drive me under the ceiling, dude. We want to work together? Yeah. Can you stop that?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Why would you finish me
Because
off?
I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
Uh-huh.
If I want to see you
Oh,
go,
yeah,
all
yeah.
I need to do is break your concentration.
She slowly runs her velvet glove
Aye.
across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop! Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, your back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
One moment,
liver,
and
nerves,
then you're
heart,
gone.
lungs, liver,
Just
nerves,
like
heart,
that.
lungs, liver,
Jesus Christ, man.
heart, lungs,
Ah,
nerves,
and there's the fear.
liver, nerves. She pulls away. Liver, nerves, heart,
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Why aren't you trying to be nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Fair.
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Let's get out of here. Leave together. Sure.
What? No!
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen.
Before
you can utter another word, your body stops moving. And, do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
I sure don't.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect opportunity to use it.
Nah, it's fine.
But we don't. We've already made our choice. We can still grab it on the way out. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Heart, lungs, liver.
Step onto the stairs.
You step onto the basement
Kuro.
stairs,
Hello.
following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it?
I don't know. We'll see.
At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Is he getting slower?
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive. Heart. Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No. You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I?
I guess so.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
Oh, is she gonna get rid of the knife?
The princess plucks the blade from the floor.
Well, there goes that.
Tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement, never to be seen again. Guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
And now you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to do.
I guess we do, yeah.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed everyone.
Oh, it's getting quiet.
Lungs.
It's so beautiful.
It's coming to an
I
end.
can't wait to ruin it.
Liver.
But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
Liver.
Hmm.
Nerves. Heart.
There goes that. You don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. You've unraveled. Oh, that bones.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? You know, do you want to tell you?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
The trees and the stars and the people, I think. There are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something.
Damn.
But nothing cannot exist on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, nothing can't exist.
What are your thoughts?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay, when you sent me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. You have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Really?
And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Okay, I'm ready.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Shh. No? There we go. So I'm
In the
assuming
basement of that cabin,
there's like one more
Rizz the
unique
Princess.
thing I need to do here. I guess something to do now, something that we haven't done yet is not take a knife and going down with the intent to kill her. Lie, I'm here to save you. God, do we just make it? Are we just a dickhead? My God.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer. Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Let's talk a bit first. What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word. Yes.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Oh god, I think we're getting something unique now.
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction? She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Mm-hmm.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Oh.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm.
Oh my
its
god.
cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Uh-huh.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Not sure. Let's finish
Your
this.
eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind you, investigate the arm. Close the door behind me?
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
I'll investigate the arm.
You step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh. Holy shit. What is she?
Fight back.
You roll the princess off your back and turn to face her, rising to your knees and readying your blade. Those eyes. She's going to kill us. Yes, things do look a little grim, don't they? The two of you are losing quite a lot of blood, but there's a reason she decided to strike from ambush. She isn't confident about a direct confrontation. Just because she's playing it safe doesn't mean we have the upper hand. Come on now. Don't let your confidence waver. This is an important moment.
I'm going to kill you.
Uh-huh.
The princess leaps onto you as you raise your blade in defense.
Uh-huh.
You find your target, and time after time you strike, but the wounds she inflicted in her ambush hinder your movements, and with each fresh exchange you're a little slower, a little weaker. You seek solace in the fact that she is slowing too. Finally, she collapses, and you collapse beside her.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
Your grasp on the blade weakens.
Okay, this is very similar to the first one.
Fingers lying uselessly on the floor.
The witch. So, how is this gonna go now? Is this similar to the first run?
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood
What the
that,
fuck? Okay, this is
almost
different.
as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
I hope you take the... Well, if that's not... The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of... The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her
And
would
we're probably doing a favor.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Oh god.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Uh-huh. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Like a beast.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
I mean, I told you.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I don't think we have to go through with the killing anymore. We're already at a point where she's very unique, so maybe I can just do something, whatever. Maybe, yeah. Let's try to act, to just talk to her, maybe, and find a middle ground like the new guy, the opportunist says. Because usually that, like, doing what they want, that kind of helps, maybe? I don't know, I'm not sure. Let's try that.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as just of my goodwill. Sure.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. I, abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This is democracy. We're giving a blade, give it a blade. Yeah, whatever, dude. Shut up.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right?
We'll see what happens. Hey, well, just poking around a little.
You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count.
Yeah.
She creeps forward.
Let's be nice to her. Let's not step on the wrong foot here.
You and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. You want that? I don't. Sure.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Maybe there's a chapter 3 to this where she regrets it.
What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
Is she going to feel good about this, though?
I did it. I got you. You...
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, I fucking knew it. The Thorn, okay.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
It's fine. She regrets it, and now this, you know, we both did a stupid thing, and now we both regretty spaghetti, you know?
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything.
Oh my god. Anyone but him, man. Smitten by White Knight.
Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
No.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
Also, what happened to the narrator? He's quiet.
Give what another
There we go.
try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through. Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading.
Oh, interesting.
Someone's in the know.
Yeah. That's the first time I hear that.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I
More
think it's
swampy
clear where everyone
and
stands
thorny.
at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood.
No knife, by the way.
Charred wood still reeking of ash.
Because she has a problem, right?
The fresh smell of spring growth after rain. The promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
Narrator is gonna be like, you did what?
Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
That might actually be true.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion,
Really?
hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Want to figure out a way out of here for good.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
I'm not here to laugh, I'm here to free you.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. I like the first answer.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Then I think it's time to change your mind.
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Okay, it's past time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action to the blade. Yeah.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon.
Okay.
You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, slay her. Right here,
Bro.
right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
Shut up. I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own, bruh. No, cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
The opportunist is just, yeah, whatever the decider is, whatever you, whatever the decider does is the good thing.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right, what he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
Hey.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Don't you fucking dare.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Don't say that. You're just gonna make him angry.
The princess falls into your arms,
Okay.
tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Ah, well. I think kissing would just make it really fucking awkward, no? Am I? Of course I did.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Oh. Does that matter? Oh god. I don't know. We'll step into the thorns. They were talking about the blades slipping and shit. I don't trust that.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Nah.
both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn an innocent like her to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Hell yeah. Step into your freedom. Hey, achievement.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now?
Dissolve into nothingness.
Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
There we go. You're nothing at all. Oh. Oh. Is that our head? But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. Yeah, we can't be nothing. That's what she told us. You refocused your gaze and you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. There we have a crow hat, dude. Look at that. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh, is he the narrator? Oh. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh, dear God. Oh! Is that the narrator? Oh my God, this is disturbing. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. It's a lot.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Do we only have a limited amount of questions? Destroy the mirror. What is this place? Where are we? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? I've met you many times, if anything the same you all along.
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Have anything to say for yourself?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
What is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh. What does that mean? How am I supposed to rid the world of death? Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying. Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
And one of my lies, you doubted yourself. But that all of this was wrong.
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
He's suddenly being so open.
Her nature is to become what others perceive her to be. If you actually knew what she was, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
What is the princess? Do you make it too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Yeah.
I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Its final fragment of glass shatters. You see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. See to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Jesus. Huh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. Do you know what the echo? Did you hear a conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm no longer quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked and if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
You speak of life and death and change, stagnation, or that isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
It pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you?
I'm sorry if I'm not talking too much right now, by the way. I'm just kind of taking everything in.
You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown. And through that, you feared nothing.
Continue to appeal to your shared humanity. It's always just been about us. People forced to hurt each other again and again and again, but we don't have to hurt each other anymore. I like these answers. You know what? I'm just gonna go with this.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
My mass is mobbing you. There is no beginning, there is no end, and there is no end. Only the flood of there is only the flood of bodies. You hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Continue to appeal to shared humanity. There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole reality into the picture.
We are the whole of reality. A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
What we shared there was agony, but it doesn't have to be like that. We can find a way to make things better.
What we saw was a world without me. Everything will be okay, so long as we leave together.
This torrent of blades catch you for boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, alive and dead, all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
I did rise far above you, and I am far above you still. I will destroy you now as I destroyed you then. Should I say? I don't know. She's getting kind of weird.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective. But you keep dismissing mine. You think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Woo! Okay. Which hero are you?
I'm all of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
I've no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Sure.
Let's go.
Oh.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Goddamn.
Do you need me to describe things?
Like that for old time's sake. Sure, narrate.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
I guess I did.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
I don't know if I want to take that blade. I'll save, but I don't think I'll take the blade.
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her. Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he? No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
It's fine, we don't need it.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Yeah, we took the blade and it was terrifying. And then she cut us into pieces.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
I think I'll stick with my principles.
It sounded
Thank you.
just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sure, sit with her. So now that we're here at the end of everything, can you tell me your name? Yeah, can you tell me your name?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that?
Sure.
And as for you, well, hero works for me.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
I'm sorry, yeah.
The first time we met, I cut your throat open.
Oh yeah, you did. Oh my god, yeah, the first time was... Oof.
Sure, you also killed me, but hey, that just makes us even.
You know, when she puts it like that,
It's so good to finally see you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
None of this was really ever fair for either of us, huh?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
Don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin. I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
Is this real you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real.
Well,
But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
what do you think of her?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you.
See?
And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
Oh yeah. What if we just fucking leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to talk through cabin door as we are, just you and me. Sure, the first one, I think it's good.
I want that too.
Hey.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you going to be okay alone? Thanks for everything.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Oh, I only get to answer one there? Okay. Leave with the princess. You leave and the princess follows, and together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling the space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed in the cabin door. You can see tension seize her. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen.
Yeah?
And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Oh my god. You know what? Sure. Why not? You know, we've been through all of this, why not?
I love you too.
Aww.
But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. It'll make me get all emotional.
And what happens next? Achievement unlocked. Slay the princess. That's it. That's the game, guys. You know, that was great. That was great. I thought it would be a bit spookier. It was decently spooky at sometimes, you know. But I thought it would be scary. I think I had different expectations to this. I did not think it would go like this, that it would loop actually and like implement the lore. I just thought that, oh, there's different ways you can take, and one of them is the true way, right? And you just explore the different paths. Wow, there's so many more. Look at that. Crazy. That was Rizz the Princess, guys. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. This was a great game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it as always. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Goodbye.